Oh my God! That was the funniest thing I've ever seen! My sides are killing me!
You cannot be serious right now, Carl. You're actually laughing?
Well, yeah, duh. It was freaking hilarious. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I thought we were going to have to wait for the band to play later on tonight to get some entertainment, but the show started early, I guess.
Entertainment? Well, I'm glad one of us was entertained by what just happened. I was standing there talking to some of my family members when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bam! I get hit in the face with a fistful of cake. And whose fist was it? None other than your ex-girlfriend. Why did you even invite her in here in the first place? I told you time and time again that I did not want her coming here today.
Oh, what's the matter, Renee? Are you feeling a little bit jealous?
Don't you dare mock me right now, Carl. I am not in the mood.
Oh, come on, Renee. Lighten up already, will ya? You've never acted this sensitive about something in all the time I've known you. It was funny, okay? It was just a joke. Just think of it as something to lighten the mood and cheer up the guests during the wedding. If you would have just laughed it off rather than storm off and pout, then everything would have been fine.
That's easy for you to say. You're not the one that got smacked in the face with a handful of cake.
Hey, don't exaggerate what happened. She didn't smack you or anything like that. Her hand just slipped, that's all. Now go ahead and wipe off your face, get back out here, and let's get this wedding back on track, all right?
No, it's not all right. The wedding is off, you moron.
What?
Damien? What's the matter with you? You didn't need to do that.
Sure I did. What did you expect me to do?
Well, for starters, I expected you not to barge into my dressing room without knocking.
Yeah, well, when you're shouting so loud that I can hear you from in the hallway with the door closed, you're not leaving me with much of an option. You were yelling all like, "Who does that jerk think he is? I'm gonna tear him limb from limb." You were making me worried that you were gonna go all crazy and tear up the room or something.
What do you think I am, some kind of wild animal? You think I'm a gorilla or a lion or something?
Well, wild animals are actually much more cautious than people give them credit for. They won't go out of their way to eat or break something that won't benefit them, for example. No, I don't think you're much like a wild gorilla or lion at all.
Okay, wise guy. So then what do you think I am, huh?
I'd say you're more like a dinosaur.
Could you at least compare me to something that isn't extinct? Anyway, you taking my phone and sending messages, also without my permission, is only going to make things even more chaotic. After I pushed you out of the room so I could finally finish changing my clothes, I took a look at my phone so I know what you did.
Oh, sorry about that.
Is that the only thing you're sorry for? You're not sorry for anything else? Whatever. I guess I can get over it if it's you. I mean, we spar together at the gym all the time. I guess there's no real need for manners between us.
Wow, you've become a lot more understanding and forgiving than you used to be. Back in the good old days, if there was someone that rubbed you the wrong way, you'd let your fists do the talking, like a wild gorilla.
You know what? I take it back. I think I do need to teach you some manners. Get back in here.
Hey, no fighting in a wedding dress. It wouldn't be a fair match. You wouldn't be able to move as easily. Plus, I thought you had me come today to serve as your bodyguard. What kind of person hires a bodyguard just to pick a fight with him?
All right, fine. I'll let you go for today. We'll settle this like adults another day.
Speaking of which, don't you have an actual score you need to settle today?
Huh?
Your husband. If anyone needs to be taught some manners, it's him, not me. He's acting like he thinks he can get away with treating you that way. You don't pick many fights outside of the gym anymore since you've grown up, and that's good and all, but I think you might need to put the fear of God into that guy. If he's gonna act like that from now on, you need to put a stop to it before things get out of hand. And by that I mean before you get out of hand.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right.
And by the way, if you think you're upset about the whole thing, you should see your friends.
What do you mean?
You might not have noticed because you left the room right away after the whole cake thing, but, well, think about it. Birds of a feather and all that. You think they're the kind of people to sit by quietly while their friend gets disrespected?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh is right. You'd better get out here right away. I don't know how much longer I can hold the ball back. For God's sake, Renee, how long are you gonna be in there? Hurry up and get changed already. I just tried to go into your dressing room, but there's this really scary-looking and large guy standing in front of the door. He won't let me in.
That's Damien. He and I are old friends. I'm having him stand outside my dressing room just in case. Now, let's get to business, Carl. Are you going to apologize to me or what?
Apologize to you? For what?
All right, well, that answers my question. If you gave me a proper apology, I was planning on giving you a break for today and having a heart-to-heart discussion about it tonight or tomorrow. But it looks like you really don't think that you did anything wrong, huh?
I don't have the time right now to listen to you going on and never making sense. Hurry up and get changed. The longer you hold up the wedding, the more embarrassing it gets for me as the groom.
Even after everything that's happened today, the thing you're worried the most about is your stupid pride? Unbelievable.
Stop being so childish. If you're worried about your dress, I'll have my parents pay to get it cleaned. Will that make you happy? Plus, it's not like it's my ex-girlfriend's fault that she hit you in the face like that. She was just drunk. Any normal human being would have just laughed it off, but not you.
Uh-huh. So I guess I'm not a normal human being to you, huh?
You're not acting like one now, anyway. Your petty, childish behavior has really soured the mood on what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life.
I see. Your position is that I should just laugh it off when someone smacks me in the face with a big chunk of cake. Your terms are acceptable.
Huh? What do you mean? What terms? Hey! What's the matter with you? Why did you do that to me?
I don't know what you're so upset about. Anyway, are you done changing yet or what? Thanks to you, the wedding had to be put on hold again. The longer you hold up the wedding, the more embarrassing it gets for me as the bride.
Don't play dumb with me. You just walked up to me and shoved a piece of cake into my face.
Oh, that. Yeah, sorry about that. My bad. It was an accident. But I think you can be a normal person and just laugh it off, right? After all, you said the exact same thing to me not too long ago.
Yeah, well, this is different. You did it on purpose to embarrass me.
Embarrass you? Perish the thought. I just thought it would be some good entertainment for the guest. What's a wedding without some good entertainment? I thought all our guests could use a good laugh to lighten the mood. Really, I'm hurt that you would insinuate that I would do such a mean-hearted thing to my own husband.
Oh, is that how you want to play it? Well, fine. Two can play at this game. You had your laugh, and now it's my turn to get mine.
Meaning what exactly?
I mean, your sense of humor has nothing on mine. I'm going to give all the people here the best laugh they've had in years.
Really, Carl? What in the world are you planning to do? Seriously, it would be an incredibly bad idea to pour even more gas on this fire. I got cake in my face. You got cake in yours. We're even now.
We'll be even when I say we're even.
Carl, how much longer are you going to stay holed up in your dressing room? It must be super comfortable in there. This is now the second time tonight you've run in there to pout by yourself. What's the plan, Carl? Are we going to cancel the wedding? Maybe you'd rather finish your meal in there.
Shut up! Whose fault do you think it is that I had to lock myself in here?
Yours? Who else could it possibly be? I tried to tell you, didn't I? We went eye for an eye with cake to the face, and that should have been the end of it. But then you had to go and insult me during your entire speech. What was it you called me? An immature idiot who can't take a joke? I don't know. If you ask me, the real idiot is the person who was so hurt by getting a taste of their own medicine that they lashed out like a child.
Oh, I'm the one who's lashing out, am I? Well, if I'm lashing out, what in the world were your psycho friends doing? I was in the middle of giving my speech when all of a sudden all your friends started charging the stage and trying to take the mic away from me.
I mean, back in the day, we used to do far worse to people who said far less about one of us.
What are you talking about?
You knew that I used to run around with a pretty tough crowd, didn't you? I've shown you pictures from my high school and college days. My friends are all people who are used to letting their fists do the talking for them.
But that's when you guys were kids, right? I thought you were supposed to have grown up by now.
Oh, trust me, we have. That's why I was saying that it could have been worse for you. And it was a true show of restraint when they were all willing to let you off the hook when I got back at you for the cake thing. You must not have noticed that while I was in my dressing room cleaning up and changing, they were all demanding your ex-girlfriend's head on a silver platter. We had asked the venue staff to put away the cake knives until everything settled down.
What? Are you serious?
And just when I thought that fire had been put out, you had to go and dump an entire tanker truck full of gasoline on it. Oh, and speaking of your ex-girlfriend, your mom and dad dragged her out of the room by her hair and threw her out of the building. So don't expect anyone to come to your aid anytime soon.
What the? Why did they do that to her?
She got plastered drunk, made a fool of herself, and humiliated me, and started off the chain of events that turned this wedding into chaos. And just like you, I'd say she got let off pretty easy. Now, it's time for you to grow a pair and come out of your dressing room. Unless you want everyone to think of you as a cry bully who runs and cries when someone tells him to stop being a jerk. And you called me oversensitive? Just so you know, most people accept when they've made a mistake and change their ways to keep it from happening a second time.
You and your maniac friends wouldn't know normal if it came up and bit you on the backside. And I haven't made any mistakes. You're not going to use your mob mentality to admit to fault when I have none.
Don't you think it's about time you came out of your dressing room, dude?
I'm never coming out! Not until you do something about your friends!
Sorry, bro, but the situation is already way out of my control, and you have only yourself to blame. So man up, step out, and hunker down. You're about to be on the receiving end of some well-earned consequences.
Huh? Wait a second, you're not Renee! Who are you?
Remember that scary-looking and large guy you saw standing in front of Renee's dressing room earlier? You know, the guy who you took one look at and hightailed it in the other direction? That's me! I'm Renee's bodyguard!
Oh, it's you! And let's get one thing straight, I did not hightail it away from you. I just had to go to the bathroom, that's all. And anyway, what's up with you being a bodyguard? Why aren't you just a regular guest?
Because Renee and I have been fighting with each other ever since we were kids.
Huh?
She told you she ran with a rough crowd, right? That's how I know her. We go way back. We used to spar with each other all the time back in the day. And I guess I should clarify, when I say spar, I mean that we both went into the sparring with the understanding that we could put each other in the hospital. We never held back, one-on-one, until one of us was either unconscious or unable to stand. No matter how long it took, no matter how badly we got hurt, we finished every fight. I mean, I've probably seen her naked more times than you have.
What? You mean after you guys beat the crap out of each other, you did that?
What? Disgusting! Oh, I think I'm gonna puke. You think I'm actually attracted to her like that? For crying out loud, man, I was just talking about during fights.
You fought naked?
Oh, God, what's wrong with you? I'm just saying that using your opponent's clothes as a weapon was par for the course when it came to our fights. I came up with the move where I grabbed her shirt and twisted it until it started to constrict her airway, so she had to learn to rip them by herself really quick. And anything with a strap or a string became a weapon too, so yeah, she stopped wearing them.
Okay, my BS meter is flying off the charts now. I don't believe a word of that. You two are definitely having an affair.
I don't want to hear any talk like that from the guy who invited his own ex-girlfriend to his wedding. That's messed up, dude. I was never interested in her, and I never will be interested in her. Not my type. Eyes too close together, nose angled slightly too high. Yuck. If you're interested in staying alive, however, I recommend not doing anything to tick her off any more than you already have. And trust me, I know all about how much trouble it could be to have your wife angry at you.
Oh yeah? What would you know about that?
I'm divorced. Well, actually, I guess we were never married, so we really just broke up, but we were together for quite a while. In short, I have a lot more experience living with a woman than you do. I'm just giving you my advice.
What are you even talking about? You're divorced, but you were never married? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Trust me, I know far more than you about how screwed up that relationship was. We were together, she got pregnant, and then everything went to hell in a handbasket. So yeah, I'm not interested in romance with anyone right about now, especially not Renee. Now, I think we've done enough pointless chit-chat for today. I think it's time we put an end to this and you come out of your room.
I already told you, I'm never coming out, and you can't make me!
I can, actually. All I need to do is have the venue staff come by and unlock it for me.
What's with you anyway? Why are you so determined to stick your nose where it doesn't belong? This is a matter between me and Renee. You have no business getting involved. I don't even know why I'm talking to you in the first place. You're just some hired mercenary. Make yourself useful and get Renee to do something about this disaster, will you?
First off, I'm a bodyguard, not a mercenary. I left that life behind me years ago. And second, don't you think there's a very good reason for her to not be responding to you? She has her hands full dealing with all the guests. That's the only reason I'm talking to you. And another thing, I don't know where you get off telling me that your behavior toward Renee doesn't concern me. I don't ever want a pathetic little pipsqueak like you telling me my business ever again.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I said before that me and Renee used to be sparring partners, didn't I? A weakling like yourself probably wouldn't know anything about this, but fighting isn't just about punches and kicks. It's a form of communication. Me and Renee communicated on a deeper level than you could possibly imagine back in the day. I could tell from the way her punches were landing what sort of mood she was in. When she was upset or angry, she never performed at her peak. So, after our sparring matches ended, I would try to help her sort out whatever was going on with her. I'm not interested in fighting her at anything less than her best. That's why she invited me to come here as her bodyguard. She didn't feel right inviting me as just a regular guest. Not only that, but she wanted to avoid giving you the wrong idea about our relationship.
She did? But I don't understand.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. You want to know why she went to all that trouble for you? It's because she loves you, you freaking moron! She's been looking forward to this wedding more than anything before in her entire life. You should have seen the look she'd get on her face when she would talk about the things you guys were doing to get ready for it. And seeing how happy she was made me happy for her, too. She's a good girl. She deserves to be happy. But then you had to go and humiliate her in front of the entire wedding party.
That's not true! I didn't humiliate her or anything like that! It was just a joke! A joke!
A joke? Your sleazy ex got slobbering drunk and smashed a piece of cake right into Renee's face in the middle of the wedding! Exactly what part of that is supposed to be a joke, huh? Can you explain that to me? I mean, did you even see the look on her face when that happened?
Well, no, I guess I didn't.
That girl was doing her absolute best to hold herself together and put on a strong face, but she was crying. Her fists were clenched like she used to do when she was sparring with me while looking at you laughing like an idiot. I may not be the biggest expert on how to take care of a woman right, but even a big dumb oaf like me knows that no man would ever make his own wife a laughing stock. Which brings me back to what I said about you earlier. You're a pathetic little pipsqueak. You're not a real man.
You can't talk to me like that!
Oh, can't I? And just what are you gonna do about it, huh?
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah, well, you'd better think quick because you've only got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left? Until what?
Until I get the venue staff to unlock the door and I drag you out of there personally. Then I'm gonna throw you out in front of all the wedding guests and let them have their way with you. You can try to run away and hide again if you'd like, but I can guarantee you that you're not gonna get very far. There are no fewer than a dozen people in that room who would be willing to do hard time if that's what it takes to stick up for a friend. And that includes yours truly.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
Yup. Sucks your wedding was a disaster, though.
But at least I was able to convince the guests to calm down and go home. And Carl's family were able to talk him out of his dressing room. And by talk, I mean they dragged him back to their house and locked him in his room.
Don't think about him right now. You need your rest.
Oh, trust me, I intend to do just that. But I still have a lot of work to do starting tomorrow. In the meantime, though, I just want to take a bath. I think there are still some chunks of cake left in my hair. Oh, and one more thing. Thanks a bunch, Damien. You were a real lifesaver. Sorry you had to get dragged into my personal mess, though.
Don't thank me. I was just doing my job as your bodyguard. I'm used to doing security for bars and clubs, so I've seen way worse than what happened there anyway.
Knowing our friends, we should consider ourselves very lucky for that. And by the way, what were you talking about with Carl when you used my phone?
Nothing.
Don't give me that. I can see that you deleted about 100 messages between you two. What in the world were you talking about? Tell me.
I already told you it was nothing, just a bunch of pointless chit-chat. That's why I deleted it. It wasn't worth you taking the time to read it.
I wish you would let me be the judge of that. Anyway, thanks, Damien. For real, I owe you one.
I don't owe you nothing. I'm used to you dragging me into your personal issues. If you want to repay me, Find a guy who's actually worth a damn, and when you do, make sure you take care of him. Don't end up like me.
Did you get the packet of papers I sent to your parents' house? You and your ex are going to pay for the full cost of the wedding, so don't think you're gonna weasel your way out of it.
Why do we have to pay for everything? You were at the wedding too. You should have to pay.
I was there, yeah, but it got canceled barely halfway through. And I don't think we need to go over whose fault that was, do we?
Yeah, it's you and your psycho friend's fault. I'm not paying 1 single cent. You can pay for it all.
So you want to do it the hard way then? Fine. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
What the? Lawyer? What are you getting a lawyer for?
To sue you, what else? I'm not an idiot. I know that the best and cleanest way to settle this sort of thing is to have a professional do it for me. I'll be honest though, I thought I would only ever be on the receiving end of a lawsuit. Several of the guests were taking videos of what happened at the wedding, so I can very easily prove that you and your ex-girlfriend are the ones who are responsible for it being canceled.
That's not fair. You came right back and shoved cake in my face after that. I thought we were even.
Yeah, we were even at that point.
Then what's the problem? Why are you suing me?
Because you couldn't let it stop at being even. You said awful, cruel things to me all the way through your speech at the reception. And thanks to that, the guest got furious and the wedding had to be canceled. Get it now? You're partially responsible for what directly led to the wedding cancellation. And don't say I didn't warn you either. I told you once I got you back for the cake, we were even. But no, you just had to be a total immature moron and escalate things even further out of control. You get it now, don't you? You're responsible for the wedding getting canceled, so you pay. Simple as that.
But the whole cost? That's gonna be a ton of money!
I know, and that's not all you're on the hook for.
What? You're already sticking me with paying for the wedding. What else could you possibly throw at me?
Divorce.
What?
I'm divorcing you.
Whoa, slow down there. Don't you think you're being just a little bit too hasty?
No, actually, I don't. Not at all. This is the only logical outcome. You don't respect me at all. How am I supposed to spend the rest of my life with you? Seriously, I have no idea why you would be surprised at that.
But shouldn't we talk about this some more? I'm sure we can come to an understanding.
I already understand you perfectly well, Carl. The way you acted at the wedding told me all I needed to know. In what world would any woman in her right mind love a man like you? Not this one, that's for sure. I never want to see you again, much less live with you. And not to mention, I told you explicitly, do not invite your ex-girlfriend to the wedding. You promised me you wouldn't, too. But then you broke it.
But what's wrong with me inviting my ex-girlfriend to the wedding? We broke up, didn't we? We're not in a relationship anymore. I was so mad when she dumped me, I didn't know what to do with myself. So I thought I would shove it in her face and make her watch the very moment I exchange vows with the true love of my life.
That's a wonderful excuse. But you're forgetting one very important thing. If that's the reason you invited her, why did you defend her when she got drunk and shoved a piece of cake in my face?
Oh, that's... I can explain.
Don't bother. You made your choice very clear to me. It was either stick up for her or stick up for me, and you chose her. And it looks like you still don't understand the weight of your actions, so I'll just have to teach you another lesson.
What do you mean, teach me a lesson? I don't believe this. My parents told me they're not gonna let me out of my room anymore.
Don't blame me for any of what's happening to you right now. They're your parents, and they decided that you needed to be grounded. And it sounds like your parents were pretty fed up with you even before this. Your mom told me that whenever anything happens to you, you always go to them and beg for a handout. This time was different though. You showed your true colors in front of your entire family. So they decided to take you away both your freedom and your money until you decide to stop being an absolute jerk.
God damn it, this sucks! Why is all of this happening to me? I don't deserve this! And the worst part is, even my ex-girlfriend has turned her back on me. She won't answer any of my calls or texts.
Can you blame her? She's probably got a lot on her plate as it is, what with going viral and everything.
Viral? She went viral? How?
Well, apparently someone went and posted the video from the wedding onto social media. And by someone, I mean your ex-girlfriend did it herself. The reaction was, not as positive as she had hoped.
Oh no!
No is right. So yeah, she's too busy sorting out her newfound infamy to deal with you. I'm afraid you'll have no choice but to sort out your own problems by yourself.
You did this to me! I'll never forget this! You think I'm just gonna sit back and let you destroy my life? You're gonna get yours too, I swear! I'll see you soon, Renee. Very soon!
And what are you talking about? And where are you right now anyway? I heard you broke out of your parents' house. Your mom and dad have been looking for you everywhere.
Screw them! And screw you!
Carl, what's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me! You're the one who's crazy! Why do you get to have a normal life when I don't? It's not fair!
Carl, are you drunk?
Thanks to you, my parents locked me in my room! They won't give me any money or let me do anything I want! My life is over now, and it's all your fault! I warned you, Renee! I won't sit back and let you ruin my life! You ended my life, and now it's my turn to end yours!
I didn't do anything to you. Everything that happened was your fault.
You're lying! You turned everyone against me! Well, I know how to fix this. Once you're out of the picture, everything will go back to normal. So I'm coming to see you, Renee, and I'm bringing a shiny metal friend along with me.
Oh my God. Carl, are you serious? Don't do anything stupid.
The only stupid thing I did was wait until now to take care of you. Don't worry, Renee. I'll make it quick. It'll all be over soon.
Damien, are you okay? Please tell me you're okay. I still can't believe you tried to wrestle it away from him. That was insane.
Nah, he was insane. Protecting you was only natural.
You're lucky you only got hit in the shoulder. You could have died, Damien.
Yeah, but I didn't, did I? All's well that ends well. Besides, you know how much muscle I have in my shoulders. A little piece of metal isn't gonna do jack squat to a guy like me.
Muscles aren't Kevlar, you idiot.
Okay, calm down already. Don't get so mad at me. All I'm concerned about is that you're okay. Don't worry about me.
You're obviously not worried about yourself, so one of us has to. You big, stupid, showboating ogre!
Is that any way to talk to the guy who saved your life? Well, granted there was that time I put you in the hospital after a sparring match, so I guess this makes us even.
Not even close. You saved my life. Thank you so much. But the next time you see a guy with a gun, don't test your luck, okay?
Oh shoot, there go my plans for tomorrow.
I'm serious, Damien.
Okay, sheesh. I'm sorry. Seriously though, what's up with that guy? I didn't think he had the guts to stand up to the two of us after what happened. But then I guess guts aren't his issue. In any case, he's going to be put away for a long time now. You won't have to worry about him anymore. So go on and rest easy tonight, okay?
Damien, stop worrying about me. You had a bullet in your shoulder until just a few minutes ago. Put down your phone and go to sleep. I'll thank you properly later.
You don't need to do that. All I did was what any big, stupid ogre would do in that situation.
Yes, I do need to thank you.
All right, then you can buy me a drink once they let me out of this joint. Then we'll be even.
All right, if that's what you want.
You tricked me, you little rat!
What are you talking about? I said I'd buy you a drink, and that's what I'm doing.
Why the hell was my ex there with you? She even brought our kid along with her.
And she's still here, Damien. She's waiting for you to come back, so get back here and talk to her, you big scaredy cat.
But I don't know what to say to her after everything that happened.
Well, you could start with hello, then go from there. You know the reason why she left you in the first place, don't you? It's because you're the kind of person who would do something so stupid as to try to wrestle away a gun from a psycho. You made her worry so much about you, but always brushed it off and said it was just work.
I mean, it is, though.
She also told me that she was afraid that if she stayed close to you, that you'd end up throwing away your life for her sake. She doesn't want you to die for her. She wants you to live with her. It's time for you to leave the ogre life behind and settle down. Your son needs you. You've only been apart for 6 months now. It's not too late to start again.
But Renee!
No buts. Time to man up, Damien. My wedding might not be happening anymore, but I'd love to be a guest at yours. Carl was convicted on assault with a deadly weapon, attempted murder, and a litany of other charges. By the time he gets out of prison, he'll probably have to walk with a cane, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. As for me, my life has finally settled down again. Well, as settled down as things can get for a girl like me. And in other news, Damien and his ex made up and are gonna get married soon. He puts on a tough front, but he's a big softy at heart. I got my invitation to their wedding in the mail the other day. It looks like I'll be attending not as a friend of the groom or a bridesmaid, but as the bride's bodyguard. And you know, I wouldn't have it any other way.